natural hair moisturizer is important in your regimen, especially if you struggle with dry hair. If you have curly hair, you most likely struggle with dry hair. And so that's why it's really important to get the moisturizer part of your regimen really down pat. Now, I want to let you know that a leave-in moisturizer is going to become your new best friend. You should already be using a conditioner in your regimen, but many people skip the leave-in conditioner. And this was something that I had to learn, and it made a huge difference in the results that I was getting whenever I was going natural. And so now the leave-in conditioner is the thing I really recommend for people who are struggling with the moisturizer part of their regimen. Now, dry hair, which is what most curly people deal with, leads to a lot of problems that can really affect your emotions. Dry hair can lead to insecurity, the insecurity of not knowing how your hair is going to react to the styles that you try to do, and it all stems from your hair just being dry. It can lead to frustration in your hair not feeling the way you want it to feel. If you're really trying to work hard to grow your hair and your hair ends up being dry and brittle and crunchy and just not really pleasant to feel, and you know we like to have touchable hair. It can lead to embarrassment because dry hair doesn't reflect light, so dry hair is never shiny. Dry hair looks dull and lifeless, and we want to reflect life in our hair, especially in our beauty regimen. It can lead to low self-esteem because whenever you can't make your hair look the way you want it to look, it doesn't feel the way you want it to look, and it just doesn't act the way you want it to look, you don't feel in control. You don't feel like you can be the person that you want to be. And so dry hair really affects all of your emotions and can cause you to give up on your natural hair journey. So it is super important that you get the moisturizer part right in your regimen. You don't want to have to resort back to wigs and weaves just because you can't style your own hair. And like I say, wigs and weaves are great as accessories, but you don't want to be dependent on them. And so many people are dependent on them. And so you can also end up going back to chemicals. If you don't get the moisturizer right in your regimen, you'll end up giving up because you won't get the results. Your hair will be weak, it will be brittle, it will break off, and it just won't ever seem to grow. And so what will be the benefits of you going natural if your hair isn't growing and your hair feels terrible and your hair looks terrible? Well, I've got great news for you today. The leave-in moisturizer is the key to your success many times. If you feel like you're doing everything you can do, you may be skipping the natural hair moisturizer part of the leave-in conditioner. You may be washing and conditioning your hair, and I'm specifically talking about the leave-in conditioner. So, a good leave-in conditioner will repair your damaged hair, and it'll do that by conditioning and hydrating your hair. That's super important. It'll also seal your split ends. You're gonna get split ends, it's okay. And you can either trim your hair or you can use a great leave-in conditioner that will seal those split ends. That's a secret that I'm letting you know about today. You don't always have to cut the split ends off. The next thing is a good leave-in conditioner will seal your cuticle, and this is important for fighting frizz. If your cuticle is not sealed, then any kind of humid weather will ruin any hairstyle that you're doing. So you want to seal that cuticle, and you do that with smoothing proteins. So you want to have great botanicals that hydrate your hair, and you want to have smoothing proteins that make your hair look great whenever, especially in the humidity. And a big thing with your natural hair moisturizer is the process. Now, the best moisturizer for your hair is just plain water. Water is important. You don't have to be afraid of water, but water has to be used at the right part of the process. So the process is this. You want your hair to be saturated with water, and then you want to cleanse your hair with the proper shampoo, whether you're using a clarifier or you're using a gentle wash as we talk about in other videos. Then you want to moisturize your hair with your regular conditioner, but then you want to go an extra level and do your leave-in conditioner. And that is the secret step right there. After your leave-in conditioner, your hair is super nourished. You want to seal in the moisture. You've got your hair moisturized with God's gift, water. Then you've put in nourishing treatments with your conditioner and leave-in. Now you want to seal it in, and we do that with a great oil, a great luxury oil. Now we include all these types of things in our Prerogative Hair System kit. And when you get the kit, you want to look for the Transcendence Leave-In Therapy. That right there is a powerful natural hair moisturizer. That will give you the results that you want. It is my secret weapon. We call it Transcendence because it makes your hair go to a whole nother level. And so it is amazing and you're gonna love it. Now, I hope that's been helpful for you. You can learn more about this topic and more at happyhairsecrets.com.